Based on this data, there is expected to be a very large movement in AMC. Currently, after a decent growth of almost 40%, AMC has started to correct. If we look at the volatility of AMC, there is a halt from. As usual, the halt from occurs on the 0 day of expiration, but we'll talk about that later. Also, if we look at the volatility smile, it is shifted to the side puts. Well, let's first return to the AMC chart. What do I think? I remind you that I manage a portfolio dedicated to outperforming AMC. Currently, my position looked like this. All options expire this week. Plus, I have another 298 shares that I bought for profit from these options. All my transactions are in previous videos. You can see everything happening live. Now I've made some adjustments to the table. Yes, it's becoming more loaded, less understandable for beginners, but my goal is still to outperform AMC. So let's quickly go through the table. First, I added a more visual chart. Next, I will make even more extensive adjustments. You understand, yes, the more strategies I have, the more positions I have, the more complicated everything will be. And at this moment, on this chart, we see that the red line is how AMC behaves, meaning we bought AMC for $10,000 at the very beginning. Assumed here, yes, and what would have happened if I managed the portfolio. The first thing you see is that there is no distribution in the portfolio, yes, and this is very important when AMC was sagging. I haven't added a line for this week yet, but you'll see the result. Next, we have a column for each, what happens every week, meaning each row is every week of the experiment, and I can add it now. Let's write here February 23rd, today's date. I also add the price of AMC at the moment. The price is $4.46, but the end of trading, which is about to end, I will make a more accurate price. Let's write here $4.64, and at the moment, at the beginning of the experiment, AMC is up 6%, and it was up 15%. I also adjusted it a bit here. In the future, I will possibly make it so that everything is automatically adjusted for us. I also added formulas for the number of shares at the moment. The third column is dedicated to purchased AMC shares, meaning the number of shares at the average price. This also, of course, is all taken into account in this column. So if AMC were to fall, my purchased AMC would also be taken into account. And the second column is our options at the moment. I sell options. I already have closed options on which I also manage my position with this money. And at the moment, my strategy is winning by 7% against AMC, meaning at the moment. At the beginning of the experiment, AMC has grown by 6% and my portfolio by 13.5. As you can see, there is a slight drop here because, again, I'm buying AMC, and if AMC were to fall, consequently, and my position would also fall. What am I going to do now? First, I will move all my AMC shares for a week, for 2 weeks, and beyond, and get a premium for it. But before getting the premium, let's still look at the volatility and what's happening with AMC. First, I remind you of my logic. I cannot predict price movements. Yes, someone here will say that a head and shoulders pattern is forming. We can dip down here and then shoot up there and then fly upwards. Already a short squeeze and everything else. Again, all this is very good, but I will still manage positions competently. I have my own strategy that works perfectly, and I won't be drawn into any short squeezes. Again, I fully admit that AMC could rise to $10, but a short squeeze from 100 to 300, that's all made up. I just don't believe in it. But again, whether I believe in it or not, I am insured against it. If it happens, I have hedge calls purchased, 10 of them for such a case. So in any case, even if it happens, I won't lag behind AMC. You don't even have to worry about it. All right, so what did I do? First, as you can see, I moved the strike to 7.5. The farthest one, I moved it for the same price of research. Here I didn't earn anything, just spent money on commission. The commission was $7. I always record it here. Then I moved the 7 strike also for several weeks ahead, 5 pieces. And here I was able to move it for $6 each. So $6 per option multiplied by 5, that's $30. So I write down $30 here, which I potentially earned, plus I also had commission, and we must consider these $6 commission and subtract them. $30 minus $6, we get $24 from this position. Next, I moved the 6.5 options. As you can see here, I was able to move them for $4 each, 5 options each, so $4.5, which gives us $20 minus $20 because I was paid for this. And there's the commission as well, which was $7. Yes, very little, but again, we work with what we have. Next, I moved the 6 strike. Here, the situation was much more interesting. I was paid $10 per option for the 6 strike. So that's $50. Also, let's not forget about the commission, $7. All these money accumulate. If AMC reaches my strikes, then this will definitely pay off. And the most successful move was the 5.5 strike. Here I got $7 each, and $7 each means 10 options, so that's $70, which means the 5 and 5.5 strikes bring me a good profit. Let's not forget about the $7 commission. Then we have the best strike, which is 5, because it's the closest one, and I was paid $17 for each option, which means $170. I remind you that's for 10 options, each at $17, so I write minus $170 here. That's what a premium is. That's what time decay is, my friends, plus $12 in commission. Don't forget about that. Again, I'm selling options while all the bloggers are buying option calls and just spending money, my friends. I'm making money on these bloggers who buy options because you need to sell options, but sell options wisely. A disclaimer, never follow my steps. All positions are fictional, created on a virtual account. You will definitely lose money if you buy or sell options. It's all made up. So let's sum up all these adjustments. We can calculate it as $170 plus $70 plus $50 plus $20 plus $30 plus $30. That's a little over $300. So I simply earned $400 from time decay, my friends, and AMC is currently stagnant. Yes, we're in a sideways movement here. Nothing much is happening. If you're not a genius trader, if you haven't exited, no, hedged here, then went long, then hedged again, then went long again, then most likely you're not making anything here because you can't make money here. You can't make money here unless you're managing positions properly. I'm doing this so time works for me. I also added a position because remember my options closed 4.5. They closed successfully. I freed up margin, freed up capital, and now I can reopen these positions. What I did was I sold 15 options, 5 for the next week. You see 5 pieces, each for $30. Don't forget about the $3 commission, round it to $4. Also, I sold 10 more just for the next week with the same strike at $4.5. And for this, I was paid $47 per option. Don't forget about the $7 commission. So if AMC doesn't drop to this value, I will again take these money for myself. Let's go back to AMC, waiting for the report. Money on the difference in volatility. They forgot about the percentage, my friends. They forgot about the percentage. Whoever tells you, whichever blogger starts telling you, drawing short squeezes and everything else, my friends, it's just a miracle such a thing can happen. Yes, it can. But I wouldn't count on it. You should count on a real strategy. A real strategy is the difference in volatility. I'm showing you everything. You just need to watch and learn. It's all up to you, but never repeat. Let's also look at the volatility smile. It's shifted towards decrease actually. There's nothing good about it for stock prospects, but we'll keep looking further. Again, I say there's no need to make premature sharp movements here. Everything should be gradual. Can see there are gradual sales play. I'm selling options not every day, but gradually there are no jerks here. Everything is achieved smoothly. As you can see, there's already a good gap in my favor. I'm starting to distance myself from AMC. Now I need to consolidate this success. How to consolidate it? Simply by selling options. I'm selling options. If we start to fly upwards, then this profit will already be mine. Purely theoretically, you can even not trade stocks, do nothing. You can just earn on AMC because you can really make money on AMC. Yes, although I don't trust all these bloggers who talk about AMC. But the fact that you can make money on AMC is a fact solely because of its high volatility. Options love high volatility. Oh, it's a very, very juicy piece. That's why I chose AMC to make money on. It's really very easy to make money on it, but not on short squeezes. Forgot about short squeezes, but on volatility, as you can see, I like everything here. Everything here, everything is hedged with bought options. It's just incredible. So at the moment, I can't incur colossal losses. If AMC starts to grow rapidly, I will start selling covered calls. My friends only, let's talk about covered calls. Watch this video about AMC. Here I tell in detail about my strategy. Bye everyone, write comments. I'll answer all questions.